Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. Let's talk about Xscape Still Kickin It, Season 1, Episode 3, Unauthorized and Unhappy. Hey, yes, they are. So let's get into it. Let's start with, Todd and Candy are together. They're having a conversation. And Candy just basically telling, Todd that, she's going to be meeting up with Jermaine Dupri. And she's not really happy with Jermaine Dupri because he's going to tell their story and not have them a part of it and help this other company and not help them. And she's really upset about it. And she also lets, Todd knows that, Tiny's upset as well because Jermaine Dupri, when he does interviews, he goes out, he does all this other stuff. He never mentions Xscape. And she feels kind of slighted by that. And she wants to know why. And so Todd was like, well, you guys definitely got some talking to do. And basically, it seems like Todd wants the group to work out. He wants them to be together, whatever. So then we get to, Tasha and Tamika, and they're talking, and Tamika was just like, Jermaine has the right to release the music or whatever. If he wants to give the music to this other company to make a movie about Xscape, that's cool, whatever. But to help them write a biography about the Xscape story is wrong. So Tamika was like, yo, I'm just loyal to Jermaine because, he put food on our table. He gave us our start. He helped us. So basically, she's just saying she's loyal to Jermaine, and that's what it is right now. And so we get to find out, we get a little synopsis of, Jermaine Dupri. He used to, Xscape was the first group signed to So Def. Xscape helped put him on the map. Xscape helped him do it. And basically, they talk about Chris Cross. They talk about Dragon Edge. One of them is facing a domestic violence charge. And they also talk about, the Brat. They talk about Bow Wow and all that other stuff. But basically, Xscape is the first group he signed, and he made real money with Xscape. And so Candy's getting ready for the meeting. Tiny, she's just happy that she has a little baby. She doesn't care if she's with T.I. or not right now. She's just focused on, doing something. She wants to be known as Tiny. She doesn't want to be known as T.I.'s wife, T.I.'s baby's mother. She just really wants to perform, get back into the music business, do something, get out the house, and, continue a career in the entertainment business as a singer, not just on gossip sites. That's what she really wants or whatever. So we see Tamika is loyal to none other than Jermaine Dupri, but it seems like not Tamika, Tasha is loyal to Jermaine Dupri, and she says it, so she's being real about it. And I think Tasha at this point, she is not going to burn any bridges with Jermaine or anybody right now. She's just trying to get her feet in the door, and she's just trying to take this opportunity and make it blow up and, get back to singing and get out there. That's what she really wants to do. That's really what she's focusing on, basically. So it is what it is with that situation. So the girls are going to get ready to meet up with Jermaine Dupri. And it seems like Candy is really upset. I don't know if her pride is going to hinder her. And because I know Jermaine has pride too as well. But we'll see what happens. But, Tiny says that she teaches Zonique to make sure Zonique writes her own music and produce her own stuff, because you won't be in a predicament where, the Xscape group is in, because, Jermaine Dupri owns the rights to their music. He owns the rights, and he can do whatever he wants to it, whether with their permission or without their permission. And that's what sucks when you don't own your own master, you don't write your own songs or whatever. So then the group, they go up there, they meet up with Jermaine Dupri. They have a little conversation outside before they go meet him at his studio. And basically Candy was like, we gonna all speak up, we all gonna say something. Candy is seeming like she wants to take control of the group and be in charge, but she really can't, because they all grown. And so anyways, they go inside getting ready to meet Jermaine Dupri. They're all sitting down. Jermaine Dupri, he walks in. He hugs Candy while she's sitting down. He kind of like hugs Tiny and Tamika on the shoulder or whatever. But when he hugs Tasha, she gets up to hug him, showing that she has respect for him, showing that, she respects him. She's not trying to burn no bridges at all. She's not trying to start no drama with Jermaine. She's not even trying to start drama with Candy, but it's just in the air. It's just, you have two super egos, two super heads going together, where it ain't. And so Jermaine Dupri was like, so what's going on? What's up? And they're not saying anything. They're not saying nothing. So he's just like, so it's good. And so then that's when Tamika, she jumps in and she goes, you should be smiling a lot more harder than you are now, because, and she points towards Candy and she goes, we're all in here together. You're sitting on the gold mine. And I think, Tamika was really trying to throw in that, Candy and Jermaine Dupri was having sex. They haven't seen each other in a long time, so he should be happy to see her. And plus she still looked good, and plus all the girls still look good right now. And so he was like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see you. I'm glad to see you guys are back together. And he was like, because it took you guys this long to realize that people miss you, that people like you, that you mean something to somebody. He let them know. He was like, it took you all this long. Something had to get under your butt. This making this movie deal, people making a movie about you guys without your permission, and me maybe giving them music or whatever, got you guys going, got you guys moving. And he's just like, so it seems like, yeah, like you guys are finally realizing that people want to see you. And so then that's when Tiny throws up, how come you don't never mention us? How come you never give us props or anything? You mention everybody else, but you don't mention us. And Jermaine Dupri was like, because you guys broke up. And the next question is, what happened to them? What happened to Xscape? What went down? What broke them up? What happened? This and that. And so then we get to, the confessionals, and basically, Tamika is saying what broke them up is because there was conflict among the ladies. They wasn't getting along. It was just real cattiness and all this other stuff. And so, no, that was Tasha. Tasha says there was conflict, cattiness, and girls wasn't getting along and all this other stuff. And so Tamika says that it was because we outgrew each other. I don't understand how you guys can outgrow each other when you guys were still young, still developing, still, your minds were still being shaped and formed, and you guys had so much more to do. I don't think you guys grew out of each other. It's just one person grew out of the group, and it seems like it was Tasha that grew out of the group. And, Tiny and, Candy confirms that the reason why the group broke up is because of Tasha wanting to go solo. And also Tiny says that Candy having sex with Jermaine Dupri did not break up the group. That was cool. That was nothing. That wasn't even a big deal. That wasn't even a big conflict at all. And so Candy goes on to elaborate to say that what really broke up the group is Tasha said to the group, she said to Tamika and Tiny, you guys can continue having babies, and Candy, you can continue modeling, but I'm leaving the group. I'm solo dolo, peace, I'm out. I'm the heart of the group. And you can actually see where Tasha actually would say that she grew out the group because she was older, she was more mature than the girls, and she has a really big, loud, boisterous voice, and she can do a lot. She can do falsetto as well. And so, and at the time, Rocky was managing them as well. So it seems like she grew out of the group. She grew out of that group mentality where I can go solo and probably blow up to be, Mary J. Blige or Mariah Carey or whatever, but it didn't happen. It didn't go down that way. And then also, I would break up with the group too if she wanted to go, after saying that to them, and then on top of that, messing up their last deal when they were supposed to get $4 million, and they did not get the $4 million because it was contingent to, Tasha getting a solo deal, which is just like, so they got $800,000 instead of $4 million, and $800,000 split 4 ways with all other people. Yo, you messing with my money, you messing with my mind, you messing with everything. And then she dissed them like that, like, yo. So you could see why Candy is really heartbroken and hurt, and she doesn't know if she really want to trust these girls, if she can really work with, Tosh. I think Tosh is the biggest thing. And then also, Tamika, she won't go against the sister. She's not going to say anything bad, and she's not going to say anything good. She just says, oh, we outgrew each other, and she won't confirm or deny anything, because at the end of the day, her sister got her back, so she ain't going to go against her sister. And plus she doesn't want to be in the middle as well. And so then that's when, Candy jumps in and she's just like, so why are you making a movie without us, without our permission? That is so messed up. And then that's when Jermaine Dupri goes, I would love for somebody to make a movie about me or do an unauthorized story about me, because that means I'm a legend. That means I'm popular. And the Candy was like, no, that messes up our legacy, that messes up who we are and all this other stuff. And then Candy goes, I was talking to Will Packer and he was putting a deal together for Aaliyah and her family to tell Aaliyah's story, but since an unauthorized company got hold it to Aaliyah's story and they was going to put it out, he lost the deal and the family got nothing. So we see what happened with that situation. And so Jermaine Dupri was like, yeah, I understand. I see what you mean. And so that's when, Tamika jumped in. So it was like, yo, Jermaine, you're supposed to be helping us. You're supposed to be on our side. You're supposed to be working with us. We was your first group. We was your first everything, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you know what? I'm not going to give them the music. I'm going to give you guys time to do your biography, your story, tell your story. And I'll release the music to you guys without a problem, but don't let it be forever. And he's happy to see them back together. And it seems like he was so glad that it took something, them putting a movie together to get together, to work together and come at him and, stop performing like they are now. And he also says that you guys just didn't know how much people miss you and really, really miss you and like you. You guys didn't know what you had. You're letting it go. And he's glad to see them back together. He's going to give them time to work on it. And it seems like Jermaine is a really cool dude. And he got their back. He was like, all right. They confronted him. He's like, okay, because either way, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid if he works with Xscape. He's going to get paid if he works with the other company. But he's been on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, which is, he's pretty decent on that show. And his daughter is well versed and well respected too as well, and how he tries to get Bow Wow back in the studio. So he seems like cool people. So they all end on a happy note, but Jermaine makes to let them know that they was going to tell the story without his permission or not, because he has nothing to do with it. So he was like, I'm always the bad guy. I'm always the person that everybody points the finger at and talk shit about, but I had nothing to do with it. So this company realized, what make the movie even better if we can get their music. So they asked him if he can release and let them use the music. And he said he won't until they get their shit together, and he got their back. So it's all good. So it was good to see that. It's good to see that love is still there and that respect is still there, and Tasha having that respect too as well. Candy giving a middle finger could have almost caused the deal. Candy, slow your roll, honey. Don't mess it up for the other ladies. And so they're gonna be together or whatever. So, and Jermaine was like, yo, this is the boost that y'all needed. Ain't nobody gonna mess up your legacy or mess it up. So, but Candy was upset. She gave him a middle finger. She gave Jermaine a middle finger. She told him to sit on it. He was like, what? I'm the effing bad guy? I had nothing to do with it. You see why Candy chose, Todd, because Todd and Jermaine has a lot of things in common with their looks, their height, their skin complexion, wearing hats, still wearing T-shirts and stuff like that. So you could see why it was easy pick for, Candy to be with Todd and marry him, because he's similar to what Jermaine looks like. So it's all good. They're doing their thing. And I'm so happy Jermaine Dupri did that, so it's all good. So anyways, now the ladies are getting ready. The ladies are rehearsing and they can't get the dance moves down at all. Basically, they should just be working on the vocals. They all agree that let's just work on the vocals. Forget this these dance routine. Only person I want to do the dance routine is, Tamika, but hey, so now they're going to, LA. They're all inside the van, whatever, chilling. Tamika was like, we're going to make our husband happy and all this other stuff. And so then that's when Tiny goes, what you think my husband's doing? And I was like, oh, ain't he going to come up here to see you? That's what Candy says. And she was like, I don't know. I don't think so. And then Candy was like, yeah, he is, because, isn't his daughter performing? She was like, yeah, but I don't think he's gonna come and see her, and he's her manager or whatever. So basically, Tiny is just throwing, T.I. under the bus, like, damn, he ain't supportive to me or our daughter. If he's not gonna go see my daughter's show, he definitely ain't gonna come and see me. Candy was like, okay, they just dropped that. They just let that go. And Tiny, she's not afraid to say, my husband ain't here. He ain't around. I don't know where he been. He ain't giving me no support or nothing. This is my first time back on stage with Xscape, and he ain't even here. Tiny, why you do Tamika like? Why you do Tiny like that? Come on. So anyways, while they're riding in that bus, Candy's talking about all the things that they have to do, the things they gotta go over, rehearsal, and Rocky, he's looking at Tamika like, hold your mule, because it seems like Candy's in charge and she's in control and she's taking over or whatever. And Ty got his head down because it seems like Candy is being bossy. I don't know if she's being bossy. I don't know why she's giving the whole lowdown, because the lady should already know. But Tasha just sitting there like, looking down at her phone. Rocky looks at her. They were like, yo, we got to hold our mule. We gonna get here. And plus, they got Mona Scott managing them. I wonder if Mona Scott's still managing them since Candy is not in the picture. But it seems like Mona Scott is really cool with Tasha and Tamika. She really seems like she's cool with Tamika. So anyways, they stand in a big mansion. Mona Scott doing them right, because she don't be doing nobody else like that. Is she showing up because it's on Bravo? She got them in a huge ass mansion. I'm like, yo, that mansion was off the chain. And so anyways, once they get in, Todd is carrying Tiny's bag to her room because T.I. is not there. All the husbands are there. Tamika and Tasha, their husband look good, like it ain't nobody's business. Todd is a handsome man as well. His brain makes him more handsome than anything, because he just seems like a really intelligent guy, very soft-spoken guy as well. So anyways, they're going to rehearsal. They're getting ready, and then we see none other than Angel Brinks. Angel Brinks, she don't need to be basketball wife. She's out here with styling celebrities and everything like that, because now she's been on like this show right here. She's been on Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, and because she was styling she was working along with Safari when Safari had got punched out there in LA. So I guess Angel Brinks has a good relationship with Mona Scott or whatever, because they know each other. Plus she's probably affordable as well. And so, all the husbands are chilling together and talking, and Rocky tells Todd that he's really happy that, the wives are together, and Todd is happy too as well. Rocky explains they haven't been together for 19 years and they're back together, and, basically Todd said they need that sisterhood back, and Todd was like, Tasha and Candy working in the studio together, trying to get the time and all that other stuff was beautiful, was amazing. And Rocky also says how they just get back together, and within 3 weeks they're ready to perform. They're not all bent out, worn out, and they look good. Basically, it's all good. And so they go to rehearsals. Everybody's all dressed up. They sound good. They're doing their thing. Tiny goes to see Zanique perform at the pre-show. T.I. is a no-show. And so Angel Brinks come in, and she's having them try on clothes. Candy and Tamika get into it, basically, because Candy wants Tamika's outfit. I think, Candy looked better in that outfit. Tamika tried on that bodysuit or that cat suit, because I just think Tamika's hips were too big, so it looked like she was overweight, and we know she's not overweight, she's just thick. And I think that might be Tamika's booty. I'm not sure, because Mama Joy said that she has an astro booty since she was little, so we'll see. And the girls talk about how they love that they're dressed up, they look nice or whatever, because back in the day Jermaine used to dress them with the bandanas and make them look like boys. I used to wear baggy clothes too as well, and and they was like, they're so glad that they look better. But they had people dissing them and cracking on, especially Biggie, saying he'd rather have sex with RuPaul than to F them ugly Xscape females. And it's in my slideshow, so you'll see Biggie's lyrics as well in the slideshow. And then Tasha says, look at us now, Biggie, we effable now. It's like, he's gone, lady, he's gone. So anyways, Tamika and Candy get into it. Basically, you can see how Candy's kind of spoiled. and how Candy wants to take control, and she wanted to take that outfit from, Tamika. So I realized that probably Mona Scott is so closer to Tasha and Tamika and Tiny, where they actually got exactly what they wanted to wear and designs. Because Candy, if you wanted something different, why didn't you order something different? Why was you in that all black? Because you wasn't even visible on stage. And the person that really looked good on stage was, Tasha, and Tiny looked the best on stage. You couldn't really see Candy because she was all in black. You really couldn't see her. And Tamika, her outfit just didn't fit her body. So anyways, and also it was funny when Candy was practicing singing in the house, the lady ran downstairs and was like, "Who's that singing? Is the alarm going off?" And Candy was like, "Oh yeah, that's real funny," cracking on Candy. So as you can see, it doesn't seem like Xscape need, Tiny, but I would want to see them together. I would want to see all four. But would I go see all three? I don't know. I don't know yet. It all depends on the price. If the price is ridiculous to see three, then I'm not going to pay for it. But if the price is like $15 to see three, I'll do it. And then free parking. And so they did a good job or whatever, and T.I. didn't show up. And so then, as they get back to the house and they're celebrating everything, Rocky asked Candy, was she ready to join the group? And Candy was like, I don't know yet. I just got to fill myself out. I don't think Candy has forgiven the girls. And I think that now she's realizing that she don't want to be around them and she don't need to be around them. And she got too much on her plate. It's just the thing that getting these girls' hopes up and getting fans' hopes up is really like not cool. Like she should have said it from Jump Street and made it clear that this is a test trial to the world before she even hooked up with Xscape and everything, because it makes her look like she's unprofessional. It makes her look like she's a child. It makes her look like, she's not an adult. But, you have a right to choose. Like everyone has a right to change their mind if they don't want to do something. You can't force or make something happen. If she don't want to do it, she don't want to do it. But hopefully down the line, things change. But on that What's Happening Live with Andy, that interview looked like they're totally not together. Like Candy's totally isolated herself from the group. I think she needs more therapy than anything, because maybe some shit happened to Candy that we don't even know about. Peace. I'm out. One love.